It is a freezing cold Friday morning, but we're glad you're here on ABC 25 Local Lifestyles. I'm Angie Humphrey.
I'm Ron Rhodes, but it is a wind-free, or for the most part.
Wind-free.
Oh my goodness, the wind yesterday is what got you. I mean, the cold too. But
it was unbelievable. I can't believe anybody trick-or-treated.
Oh my goodness. I had about 100. I mean,
Did
at least.
Really?
Really, close to 100 people trick-or-treating. Oh, I've got a great costume I'm going to show you. My favorite costume that, well, I think you might have seen it on Facebook. I posted it already. It was hilarious. There was one, I might as well just tell you now because you were there.
Just tell me now.
It was somebody, you know, you have the dinosaur costume, the T-Rex.
Oh, which we love the T-Rex.
I love it. Well, all of a sudden, I'm passing out candy, and I look across the street in the neighborhood, and there's a giraffe, a giant giraffe. Which is
how cool.
And this little girl, and it was way up there, and she barely fit on the porch before the head of the giraffe.
It's a wonder the wind didn't carry her off.
I would think, you know, because it's basically like a balloon, you know.
That's cute.
But it was great. I'll show you a picture.
Okay.
I've got a picture. I'll show it to you.
Well, coming up today on our Fry-Yay show, in our Fix It Friday segment, Jeff Head gives expert advice on cleaning your roof. Ark of Evansville holding auditions for Tri-State's Got Talent, and you need to get your song ready, folks. Our movie critic Jim Hunter will walk us through the Disney film universe and a new service they offer. Speaking of movies, The Wizard of Oz celebrates 80 years in a very cool way at the Evansville Museum.
Yeah.
And Dr. David Mallitz of Ohio Valley Eye Institute drops by to chat about services and treatment options today. So a big show, lots of guests, lots of moving parts.
Lots of moving parts?
Lots of moving parts.
That's okay. I'll be planted over there in that weather center. I'm not moving.
You're not going to move? You're just going to do it all from your chair?
Front row sit. Well, I guess I might move a little bit.
Stand up and join me?
I'm going to popcorn. I'm just going to sit back and watch.
That would be good.
I'm sure there are a few people doing that. Let's take a look outside right now. Here's the great thing. We've got this beautiful, vivid blue sky.
Yes,
that's about the one good thing about this time of the year. I know you like it cooler. I don't. But at the same time, I mean, it's such a deep blue over the Ohio right now. And of course, that's our iMark camera at Fifth Third Bank. Temperature-wise, now yesterday, the high temperature was 50 degrees. And you're saying,
but the feels-like temperature, though.
Oh, yeah, but it was 50 at midnight. And then the temperature started dropping. You know, basically all day long, it just was dropping until it dropped down into the 20s. But, yeah, the feels-like temperature was nowhere close to 50. Yes. In fact, it was like in the low 20s. So even as cold as it was this morning, without the wind, we still weren't feeling as cold as what we had in the afternoon yesterday. 41 degrees right now. It's a slow road upward. We should get up around 50 for a high today with the south-southwest wind at around 10. So the wind's picked up a bit, but nothing like those 37-mile-per-hour gusts that we had yesterday. We had white caps on the Ohio. It was
unreal. Dramatic.
It was a very dramatic Halloween. But isn't that what you want for Halloween, though?
Sure.
Yeah, we had rain in the morning and those gray clouds, kind of low hanging.
Didn't bother me. I wasn't out there.
Wind howling. What did you care?
Didn't bother me.
I would only be out there. I tell you, I've never seen so many parents, though, basically out in their cars at my curb. And they had the car running, the heat going. The kids would run up, go to the door, go to the next house.
Oh, yeah. That's smart.
Yeah,
good thinking.
No doubt.
Let's get to today's Daily Dish. Okay. Well, all of us downtown who live downtown are pretty excited because right now it's getting all gussied up for the holiday, just a day after Halloween. You know, that's perfect timing.
Yeah.
They're putting up the holiday decor along Main Street and several connecting streets. They're two 12-foot nutcrackers. They're right there by the big archway. There'll be a lighted tree in the 500 block of Main Street, as well as, this is new this year, Santa's mailbox. And it'll be right down the street from me on 3rd.
And that is?
Yeah, you can drop your letters to Santa in there.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds good. You know, I know, of course, we're also living in a tri-state area that has a town called Santa Claus. A lot of people like to do that.
Yes, we do, and go there.
Santa Claus postmark. Okay, here's the deal on that. I think that's great.
What's the deal? Tell me the deal.
I'm ready for it to get gussied up. I think Main Street is so pretty when it's lit up for Christmas, and I don't know why they don't have the Christmas parade on Main Street.
I agree.
Where it's the prettiest part of Main instead of on North Main. No offense to North Main, but it doesn't look nearly as good as downtown Main Street.
But it's getting there. North Main has changed so much and is continuing to change with all of the business opportunities there. So, yeah, I'd love for it to come down Main Street.
Right. I've just got one question about all this.
What is the question? We're listening.
Who was Gussie? And she must have been a really well-dressed woman.
To be gussied up?
If everybody says, are you going to get gussied up? Because that means you probably are going to go look like Gussie. So Gussie must have been this incredibly beautiful woman who dressed really well.
I don't know what the derivation of that was, but, you know.
What is the origin of gussied up? Because I love it, and I've heard it since I was a little kid.
I'll be willing to bet you somebody's looking it up right now on Google, and they're going to send us a message. So we'd be happy to know.
It's probably their Aunt Gussie, so they know all about it.
Could have been. Could have been.
We'll see.
today, Apple is rolling out its long-awaited streaming service called Apple TV Plus. The company's reportedly spending, just a paltry $6 billion on content to get you to sign up for the $4.99 a month service. Apple TV's also hoping star power will win over customers. A-listers like Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, Steve Carell, and many other actors are courted that Apple has been courting. And then there's Oprah, who signed a multi-year deal to produce documentaries with the company. You can get the service free for a year with the purchase of an iPhone, iPad, or other Apple gadgets.
Well,
it's sort of free.
Yeah, because an iPhone costs like $800.
Kind of free.
I mean,
if you don't care what you say, it's
$6 a month service. I can do the math here. I mean, when you pay $800, hey, but you know what? I got the free Apple TV.
It'd be just as easy to go ahead and pay the $4.99 a month and get it over with.
Exactly.
They have to do that.
Just keep your old iPhone or whatever phone you got. You know, they can charge $6 a month because basically these iPhones now probably cost them $5 to make, and they charge like $700, $800.
Well, it's not their first day in the electronics business, or the marketing business either.
There's a reason why they're like one of the top 5 businesses in the world, right?
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, well, hey, I've heard that morning show, though, with Steve Carell and Jennifer Aniston. I've heard it's not getting good reviews, but they are spending a ton of money on
I don't know anything
production.
about it.
Oh, you don't know anything
I'm out of the loop.
Well, I mean, I can relate because I work in a morning show and news, so they're dealing with a morning show and news. So it's like, oh, I thought that's kind of interesting. Maybe I'll get Apple TV, not buy an iPhone, just actually fork out the $6 a month and get the Apple TV just to check out the show. But I've heard it's getting poor reviews, so we'll see.
Oh, well, then maybe it'll get better.
Let's hope so.
For the first time ever, chocolate chip cookies will be made in space. A company called Zero G Kitchen has developed a special oven that will be launched into space tomorrow. Until this mission, astronauts could only reheat their food. There was no actual baking or cooking going on. But when the oven's installed on the International Space Station, it will be the first appliance for a future kitchen. Now, no one's sure what cooking will be like in zero gravity. The cookies could look like a blob of pancakes. The cookie dough's already at the station waiting the arrival of the oven as space travelers contemplate longer flights to Mars. Cooking would be a necessity, you think?
I would think so. And, you know, does it really matter what that cookie looks like? It's still going to taste just as good.
It would be welcome, I'm sure.
A blob. I don't think they're going to care one bit. Hey, you know, that might be opening up a new gig for Chef Adam.
Send him out to space with the space oven.
He could be the international space chef. You know, that would be kind of a cool thing.
He could certainly do it.
I
believe in Chef Adam.
I believe in Chef Adam, too. So it's like, that's kind of a neat little thing. And I'm glad they're going to get to do that. Yeah, if we're going to make a mission to Mars or take a mission to Mars, we need a cook.
Exactly. Well, the oven's going first. We'll see how that fares, and then we'll see should we send a chef. When we come back, Dr. David Malice is here. We're going to talk about treatment options in just a moment. There he is.